What's going on? I'm going to be doing a deck profile today on my Beast Box deck. And yeah, and before we get started, I want to say thank you and give a shout out to LittleDarkFury. I saw his Beast Box deck profile on his channel, and it helped me to definitely build this list. And you'll notice a lot of similarities. So I just want to not take credit for the things that I saw in his video that gave me the ideas to put them in here. So yeah, and also want to mention that Beast Box is just it's a different kind of deck. It's different than like Reshizard and Pika. It's a deck that can go in multiple different directions, and it really depends on the matchup how you're going to play it. Not that those decks don't do the same thing, but I feel like this one more so does. So I'm gonna do my best to explain the card choices, but just know that as we go over it. And also I'm not gonna go exactly in order because it doesn't make sense to go just in order of how the cards are in here the whole time. So let's get started. So I've got 1 Ditto and 4 Poiples. All of them are used to evolve into the Naganadels, and you'll notice we've got 7 different Naganadels. We're never going to be using that many, but because we can discard Ultra Beasts with Ultra Conversion to draw, we're playing more Naganadels and using this one most of the time to be drawing. Not that we won't ever use this Naganadel to attack, but most of the time we're going to just be discarding it. And we do play 1 Lure Ball to get those back, so yeah, most of the time when using Ultra Conversion, we'll try and discard these Naganadels. We can get them back to Lure Ball and obviously use the Naganadels to attack and continue to gain cards and whatnot. Yeah, so that's it for the odd number of those. But of course, Naganadel Dragon GX is great. Ultra Conversion is great. We've got Venom Shot. We're playing the Triple Acceleration Energy, so this is basically a 2 cost attack. 2 energy cost attack, and because you have to discard Triple Acceleration Energy anyways, it works great with this attack because you're having to discard 2 energies. So yeah, Venom Shot is great. It helps to weaken tag teams because this deck isn't going to be one-shotting them. Naganadel Dragon GX helps to soften them up and then finish them up later with one of your other mons. So 2 of those, 3 of the non-GX Psychic Naganadel. This is difficult to explain. And then we've got 2 Psychic Naganadel GXs. This is kind of a necessity in Beast Box decks. You've got the Beast Ray that can do up to 120. Not going to be really using Jet Needle, and then Stinger GX, which is a great GX attack, and it is great in tag team against tag team GX decks because you shuffle, both players shuffle their prize into the deck and then put 3 prizes down, so it basically resets everybody to 3 prizes. And you know that a tag team gives 3 prizes when you knock it out, so if you can Stinger them and you already have a weakened tag team and then you can finish off the tag team the next turn, you win the game. So Stinger GX is really good in certain matchups. That's it for the Naganadels and the Poiples and the Ditto, and explains the odd numbers. And then we've got 2 Stack Attack GX. It comes in clutch in certain matchups because of the Ultra Wall ability. In some matchups though, it really doesn't do much. Yeah, so we've got the 2 Stack Attackas. Probably not. I've never attacked with it, but I guess you could if you decided to do that and devote so many energies to it. But he's really not in there to attack. And then we've got 1 of Buzzwole, Kartana, Xurkitree, Duskmane Necrozma, and Heligo. All of them come in handy in certain matchups, and all of them have attacks that do more damage if your opponent has a certain amount of prizes. The ones that you'll be using most would be Buzzwole, hitting weakness on Pika and doing 120 when they have 4 prizes and 240 with weakness, so that's enough to knock out a Pika. And then you've got Kartana, great against water decks. Not super common right now, but good when you face them like Keldeo. And then with the free retreat, that's pretty helpful. And then you got Xurkitree, not really hitting weakness against a lot right now, but doing up to 120 if they have 3 prizes. And again, I'm just looking at the 1 energy attacks because we're probably never going to be using the 3 or 2 energy attacks. 1 Duskmane Necrozma, Dusk Shot does 60 to a GX Pokemon on the bench or in the active. So just helpful for softening up GXs so that your guys can one of your other guys can knock them out. Probably not going to be using Rusty Claws. And then we've got Nihilego. This is played in even in decks that aren't Beast Box decks, but it's just a great attacker. When they have 2 prizes, you can use any of your opponent's Pokemon's attacks, and that's it. So it's pretty good. This one you might be using Void Tentacles if you get stuck with it, or you're kind of searching to do something, you have no other attacks, no other options. So yeah, that's it for the Pokemon. Yeah, hopefully that is all clear, but there's many options with Beast Box, I feel. So yeah. All right, and then we've got one Beast Ball. Beast Ball is helpful in this deck just because you're playing a lot of one-ofs, so in case you prize them, Beast Ball can get it, and it acts almost as like, you know, an extra Buzzwole, an extra Katana, etc. In most games, you're prizing at least 1 Ultra Beast, so it's pretty good in that way. For Custom Catchers, even though you have Venom Shot, Custom Catcher is still really good. Even just to stall for a little bit, putting up a guy that's not powered up that has a high retreat cost. And this deck isn't one-shotting things, so Custom Catcher is pretty good. Lure Ball, we've already explained. You're going to be discarding your Naganadels, and Lure Ball gets them back. It's as simple as that. For Mysterious Treasures, you're wanting to get down your Poipoles pretty much as soon as possible. And you heavily rely on your Naganadels, so Mysterious Treasure searches out all of those. 1 Reset Stamp. This Reset Stamp's really good at certain times, and it can totally change the game. We got 2 switches. You've got some guys with some high retreat costs that you really wouldn't want to have to power them up all the way just to retreat, so 2 switches for them. Lysander Labs, we don't play Pokemon Tools, so Lysander Labs doesn't hurt us and hurts our opponents in some games, specifically like Jirachi, Spell Tags. It's helpful against those. Power Plant, we don't need our abilities after we've gotten all the cards we need. And Stack Attack, again, it's only helpful situationally, so Power Plant really is helpful against like Mewtwo, Weaviles. For Ultra Space, it gets all your Ultra Beasts. We're playing only Ultra Beasts, so it's pretty good. And just to even get rid of your opponent's stadiums. For Bill's Analysis, you build up a pretty big hand in this deck, so just continuing to be able to fill your hand with trainers, customs, be able to get your Ultra Beasts early in the game. Bill's Analysis is pretty good. For Cynthia, gives you new hands. Yeah, great draw supporter. We've got 1 Luzamine. It helps to recycle your stadiums and to recycle your supporters if you really need them, but most of the time you're getting your stadiums. And then 1 Luzamine Prism Star, you can only play 1, but yeah, the 1 Prism Star Luzamine, it's great if your opponent has 3 prizes remaining, prevent all damage to your Ultra Beasts from attacks from your opponent. So yeah, really good. And especially after you've used your Stinger, if you can combo that with a Luzamine the next turn, you can soften something up and win the game the next turn. So Luzamine Prism Star is pretty good. And then for energies, we've got 4 Triple Acceleration. Make use of all of them. Would love to play more than 4 if you could. 1 Beast Energy, 3 Rainbow Energies, and 4 Psychic, Steel, Electric Unit Energies. Pretty much they all work on all of your Ultra Beasts. I've not had issues with energies in this deck. So yeah, it's a really fun deck. It's I feel like with this deck you're always able to win. You just kind of have to find a way to win depending on the matchup. So yeah, thank you guys for listening. Sorry for the longer deck profile, and there's just a lot to explain, a lot to talk about. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and if you want to see this deck in action, we did upload 3 games of Beast Box versus Reshizard. I'm playing Beast Box and Riley's piloting Reshizard. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.